I've been waiting for you.
Hi you guys, it's Ruby, back again with another Vegas update video. Thank you guys so much for all the continued support with these updates. You guys keep telling me how much you want to see more of them and that you're loving them. So as long as you guys keep commenting and liking these, I will keep making them for you. I have a lot of new news to cover for you guys today. But before I get started, if you are not a subscriber, if you could go ahead and just click that little subscribe button, it really, really helps out my channel and I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so let me just hop right on into the news. Governor Sisolak has decided to continue the pause on Las Vegas until January 15th. So if you didn't see my last December update, he went through what a pause is. Essentially, they're limiting the capacity in dining and entertainment establishments, and that you may only be in groups of 4 at tables. So this is really important to anybody traveling for New Year or anything like that. If you are larger than a group of 4, they are going to split up your party, and you must have reservations. I did see a few comments saying that as long as they gave their name and number at the door, they were able to get seated. But just to be safe, I really recommend if you are going now through the 15th to just go ahead and get those reservations. But just go ahead and check out my previous video if you missed it to make sure you kind of read through everything there is. Casinos apparently are operating totally normally because I asked this question in my previous video and you guys have told me, no, when we were in the casino, it didn't seem like these restrictions affected it whatsoever. This isn't surprising because I think casinos get a little bit of a different treatment than everything else in Nevada, but so far it seems like the casinos are running normally, and unfortunately shows are continuing to be canceled through the 15th. So no shows right now. I know you guys are still waiting for those to return, but while they are on pause until the 15th, no shows. Okay, New Year's Eve. So there will be no fireworks this year for New Year's Eve, but instead they are doing a Kiss Off 2020, which is a funny name, but I feel like they may as well have just said FU 2020, but you know, children, I guess. But they are doing a virtual event, so you cannot go to this event, but you can watch it on TV or online. They're going to blow up a 2020 sign, which is really funny to me. I like that they're exploding a 2020 sign. I think that's how we all feel right now. And then they're going to erect a 2021 sign and put streamers and lights and fireworks and all kinds of good stuff. So at least they're doing something. So you can watch the Kiss Off 2020 live on New Year's Eve, but no fireworks will be happening. If you are going to Vegas on New Year's Eve, I recommend you go ahead and follow me over on Instagram. I am trying to grab all the different venues that I'm seeing and sharing them to my stories for anybody who's looking for New Year's Eve parties. They kind of announce them really late on Instagram, but I grabbed a few already that I was kind of popping up for you guys. And you can DM me if you have any questions, but try to find you guys a fun spot for New Year's Eve. Okay, we have a lot of hotel information to cover. There is a ton here. So there's some weird news that came out about the Rio, and it got leaked via Q Sports International, which is essentially this league of, I believe it's like billiards, and they have a contract with the Rio where they do all of their sporting events there. Well, in this message that they sent out, they essentially said that the Rio is going to be undergoing renovations or potentially a retheming. It was a little bit vague. As of right now, Caesars rents the Rio, but they have been owned by this other company, and they are going to be expecting to do some renovations that could carry all the way out to 2025. And it doesn't state that the Rio will remain closed. So as of right now, the Rio was set to reopen December 22nd for weekends. That's what they have currently listed. But with this new strange sort of bulletin that came out, it's going to be really interesting to see if they end up renovating or retheming. I know a lot of people have commented and said that the Rio could use a little bit of a spruce up, so maybe this is just that and they're going to kind of clean it up. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about the Rio and if you think it needs a renovation or if you'd rather just see the whole property rethemed. I really love the outside of the building, but I do know that my friends have said back in the 80s and the 90s when the women dressed up in these huge bird costumes that was way better and they probably should have just kept it like that. The Palazzo is closed for reservations due to lack of bookings. So because of the lack of tourists, the Palazzo is not open to stay at all, and that joins the Encore. So you can stay at the Venetian and you can stay at the Wynn. You just can't stay at their sister properties at all right now because of how slow the tourist season is right now. Now on top of that, closed midweek, you have Park MGM, Mandalay Bay, Mirage, Link, and Planet Hollywood, and then the Rio if it reopens on December 22nd. So a lot of these aren't open Monday through Thursday. Now, there are plenty of properties that are open. Delano, Caesars, Bellagio, Flamingo, etc. There are plenty of open hotels. If you are looking for a very, very quiet Vegas experience, you could go midweek right now, and it will be very, very quiet. Just be aware that not everything will be open, but there will be way less crowd. Although as far as I understand right now, there is a very, very small crowd in Las Vegas, which is probably a good thing, I guess. And I don't think that that's crazy out of the ordinary as far as I understand for Las Vegas. And in talking to people that I know that work there, they say that December is one of the more dead seasons and that it doesn't get as lively until it gets warm again. So I'm hoping once it's warm again, these hotels can reopen and expect more visitors, and hopefully 2021 is a much better tourist season overall. And Virgin Hotels has delayed their opening. So in my last video, you guys saw me talking all about Virgin Hotel, which took over the Hard Rock Hotel and how amazing this place looks like it's gonna be. They were set to open January 15th, and I think I speculated that I wasn't sure how they were gonna do that, and they have announced a delay. And they did not say when they are going to reopen. Now, if they reopen when it's warmer, I may be tempted to go to this opening, but I don't like to go to Vegas when there's no pools. So we'll see when this reopening occurs. You can check out more information on the Virgin Hotel in my previous update. Okay, and a little bit of a money saving tip here. So rooms in popular hotels are actually showing up on Airbnbs without resort fees. And I know that sounds weird, but this is because people own timeshares and condos within these resorts. These resorts include the Signature at MGM, Jockey Club, Vidara, and Elara. You can rent these properties through Airbnb via these people's timeshare, and it is allowed to do so without resort fees. Each property is different, but apparently this is a totally allowed thing to do. I know a few people that have stayed at Signature at MGM and they really enjoyed it. These actually have kitchens in them, so you can kind of cook some meals on property if you'd rather not go out every night. Just something to keep in mind for those of you who are really looking to save money, or those of you who really, really hate resort fees. There's kind of a little workaround here with these Airbnb listings. Okay, you guys, so that was my most recent update. Kind of a lot of information thrown at you guys. Once again, if you guys are enjoying the updates, just let me know. I will keep pulling information for you guys and watching the news for any updates. Thank you very much for being here and for watching my videos, and I cannot wait to see you guys in the next one.